which I think we use. So unless there's another objection, I think we can use to commit to the effective. Yes?
English, the moment you use one word, you have to put it in context. Otherwise, it will not make any meaning. In what way are we using commit here in English? In what way do we want to employ the word commit here? You cannot say commit the effective implementation at the national level. It does not make any sense. No sense. Support. Support in English, if it is English, it's support. Support implies commitment. That is my submission.
Seconded.
Merci.
Thank you. You have the floor. You have the floor, Madam.
The word ensure also means that you are committed to the action that you are ensuring. So if we do not say we commit to the effective, we commit to the effective implementation, we then rather go back to the word which is simpler but still carries the same weight as the word commit. We say that we ensure the effective implementation. So we can commit to the effectiveness.
Merci.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. I think that here the word commit is very strong. And we need to be realistic. The Secretaries General don't have all the competence to see to the effective implementation. So what we need to do is to encourage the effective. And because there isn't the power of the Secretaries General, and it's the government which has to execute that. So we have to just be very cautious about the word we choose there. Mr. Chairperson, Mr. President, there are comparisons, and during of the summit, there are verbs which are used very commonly. And
recommend is to tell somebody to do something. Here in this case, we need ourselves to do something. We want to be assured that our decision will be applied. So I think to try to propose to be half-half, we can use the two words. So in French, we can say, the first words were there. S'engage à appuyer. La mise en œuvre, ça va faire un peu de verbes à l'infinitif, mais voyons comment on peut.
Now we need to see how we can say this. The Assembly will support the implementation at the national level.
The engagement is very strong because when you are saying, I must go to do that, at the end, you have to do. But if you say, I can bring my contribution. Appuyer is like you are bring some contribution. It's something is not yours, but you want just to give contribution is different. So I think we can use the two verbs if it is possible. If it is not, for me, engage is very strong. Thank you.
Oui.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think PAP is our organization. We are coming here to discuss and to implement the decision of PAP, to implement. So, in national level, this resolution is perfect. Not only supporting, we have an obligation to implement. So to change little words to implement the decision of PAP, I think that is better, because we are not coming to support. We are coming here to implement and to strengthen and to go to take it back forward.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Où l'engagement, c'est une responsabilité.
Commitment is a responsibility. It is a responsibility and an obligation. An obligation to deliver and to mobilize resources. So resources and delivery. So we need to think about what was suggested by the president of PAP. We commit ourselves to implement. So this is our prerogatives. Any objection to this? Adopted. Paragraph 11. Burundi on 11. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me the floor. Before commenting paragraph 11, I seek your indulgence. I recognize the relevance of this recommendation, but with regard to the context of the adoption and the ratification of AU treaties, especially the new PAP protocol, I believe that 1111 is not well advised. I don't see how can 11 be in line with our concerns today. During this meeting, we can probably express political and economic concerns, the concerns of the different countries. And that was the case with the statements made, and particularly with regard to the decision made by the United Nations to send troops to Burundi in spite of the decisions made by the African Union. The African Union actually organized a visit to Burundi, and they said that there was peace and security there. I believe that the sending troops will have implications on the populations we represent. So the insertion of this paragraph 11, we can probably add another recommendation. My understanding is that my recommendation was not taken into consideration because it was not in line with we are operating within today. Our colleague from Burundi believes that the subject of our debate should not take us to make a recommendation on this important issue on the referendum in the Western Sahara. So that's an amendment. Yes, you have the floor, sir. I'm the Vice President of the Algerian Senate. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank my colleague from Burundi for his intervention. Yesterday, in my inaugural address, I insisted on behalf of Algeria, on behalf of the people of Algeria, on the position of Algeria over the last 50 years in Africa and with African people. Our president, during the days when our president, Mr. Bouteflika, was the Minister for Foreign Affairs in 1974 as chair of the UN General Assembly, succeeded in dismantling the strategies of the Peace and Security Council regarding apartheid. And he was able to have a UN resolution that excluded the regime of apartheid from the United Nations. At that time, Algeria was appointed by Cabral as the Mecca of revolutionaries. Algeria was on the side of all African peoples, fighting for their independence, dignity, and honor. I'm not going to name all the countries, you know them. Angola, Mozambique, Cape Verde, even in the case of the Eritrean conflict. For us, all African peoples are brothers. We are 54 countries. The Western Sahara is the only African country at the moment that is still under foreign occupation. The only African country. The Western Sahara is a member of the Parliament of the African Union. There is a resolution by the United Nations. Also, decisions were made by the African Union so that these people can exercise their right to self-determination. Nothing more, nothing less. So this is an issue within Africa and within the African Union. Would you please be brief? We are dealing with amendments. I understand the importance of the issue. Please be brief because others wish to take the floor as well. I know that you understand very well and that you understand our emotions. And our nostalgia. When I referred to Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo, Cabral, Lumumba, Félix Moumié from Cameroon, when I